Good Saturday to you all, and welcome to my live stream. I'm very tired. My room is also deceptively clean from your perspective. It's not right here. It's really not. So, how's it hanging, guys? I hope you guys have had a good day. My t-shirt says we are all human, and it has the ace, the bi, the gay, the trans, and the pan flag colors because, yeah, it's great. It's the same. The human in it is the same as my banner downstairs. It's the same colors and same flag colors. Hi, Emo Nightmare. I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good. I should have done more this morning in terms of like cleaning and stuff because I got a lot of shit to do, but I've been incredibly lazy and I haven't done anything really. Well, that's a lie. I did the dishes and we started laundry, so I did not do anything. I did do some stuff, but other than that, I have a lot of other adultish things I need to take care of. I did do my taxes. I did do that, so that's awesome. I have a coupon for some ice cream. Anyway, have I ever showed you guys my wallet? Look at my wallet. It has Pusheen on it. This Pusheen is one of the best internet kitties. That's not a real cat, but still cute. Anyway, that's my wallet because I love Pusheen. And it also has a keychain on it, and it's broken, and I didn't notice it was broken. But it's the it's Breath of the Wild Link. See, it's Breath of the Wild Link because he's so cute. But I guess he broke at some point because he's missing his point on his bow and arrow. I never noticed that. I have another one, but I gave it to CJ because I got two of them. We played one of those little gachapon machines, like, you know, that give you the little capsule machines, and we did it, and the guy that was there that night, he gave us like more tokens than we paid for, but he was willing to give us whatever we wanted, and we ended up getting like almost all of the ones available, but I got the 2 links, so I gave one to CJ. I kept the one with the hood because I thought it was cute. I also got some new fuzzy socks. I can't really see the colors very well, but they were cute, and they were only $10 for 4 of them. So I was like, heck yeah. But they're nice and soft. They're lounge socks. And I like plushy socks, so that's why I bought them. Then it's got my favorite colors. It's got purple, and gray, and blue, and like a soft pink. Great. Maxie, you can kill me now. I've never played an Animal Crossing game ever in my life. Maybe this should be the first time I do, but I've never played an Animal Crossing game ever. I've heard they're good though, and I have friends who like them, but I've never really been that into Animal Crossing. It's a back scratcher. But the problem is, I wear socks in bed. Don't judge. It broken. That's okay, though. Okay, guys, so a few announcements. The vlogs that I do during the week are going to slow down a little bit. I'm not stopping them. I just don't really have much to talk about every day anymore. So I'm only going to do them probably twice a week. Probably. It's probably going to be like Tuesdays and Thursdays maybe. And it's mostly just because they're not really getting too many views, and I just keep losing subscribers. So I'm just going to slow them down a little bit because they're really kind of boring, to be honest. I don't really talk much in them. They're only like 3 minutes long. So they'll still be around. They just won't be as often unless I actually have something I want to talk about. So yeah. But I appreciate all the support on the vlogs. They do mean a lot. But and they are something I look forward to doing after work. But I also need to like have something to say in them. I don't always have something to say. So that's a problem in and of itself right there, is that I don't have anything to say. Um, because sometimes my days are fine and and it ends up being a really boring video because I don't have anything to say because nothing really happened. So I forgot about that. I need that. Yeah. So I'm not stopping the vlogs. I do like them. And there will be more of them, but I'm not going to do them every single day anymore. So it was a nice thing to try. Maybe when I have a more interesting life, maybe it'll be something I can do every day. But as of right now, it's just not something that is, I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with the vlogs because I enjoy doing them, but at the same time, I also don't enjoy my sub count going down so much, and then like the episodes are getting less and less views as they go on. So, like the one I did yesterday has like 26 views or something like that. I don't remember. Let me look. Let's look at my channel. Oh no, I'm live. Who would have thought? Yeah, so the one yesterday has 39 views, and that's in comparison to the day before, which has 72. So, I don't know. I just don't feel like it really is beneficial to keep posting them. Ooh, look at that, guys. My discussion video over SVS, the theory video, it has over 10,000 views. That's a nice job, guys. Good job. That's a good job. I'm proud of this video. It's definitely a long one that's kind of boring. And also has my old name in it. But yeah, so this is good. I guess. Oh man. But yeah, and it only has 5 dislikes, so that's kind of cool. Let's look at the analytics for this video. It just recently passed 10,000 views too. It has 10,079 views. That's cool. Wow, I gained 50 subscribers from this video. That's pretty awesome. And my estimated revenue from this video since it was published is almost $23. So that's pretty good. Let's see. Let's look at the last 7 days on this video. I only made 19 cents on it in the last 7 days. But I gained 2 subs from that video, so that's pretty good. The watch time has gone up, and it's gone up 143 views, 25%. Man, that's pretty good. The only thing is the retention is not that great, considering the video is like 11. It's like almost an hour long. Yeah, it's an hour and 19 minutes. People only averagely watch it about 30%. They only watch like 23 minutes of it. I guess that's okay. And a lot of people are getting it from their suggested videos, so that's cool. That's neat, I guess. Yeah, my SVS React video is, I think, the highest video I have in terms of like views and stuff. I think it's the highest one because it's an hour long, but I also spend the last 30 minutes of it talking about theories and stuff. Oh, that's a pretty old video. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see here. Yeah, there it is. It's one of the highest ones. I think a lot of people, I think my highest viewing one actually is Can Lying Be Good, because I talk forever on that one, and that one has a lot of views. Yeah, 54,000 views. Holy shit. That's a lot. Let's look at the analytics on that. Hi, Lynn. What's going on? Welcome to the chat. Man, I haven't made any revenue because it's copyrighted claimed. Anyway. Man, that's sad. This video is an hour long and most people only watch it for 15 minutes. Jesus. That's terrible. That's really bad, yo. Well, Sydney, that means a lot. Thank you. Anyway, guys, so what do we want to talk about? I have the theory for the Roman Remus on my computer right now. It's pulled up. It's in the editing process. It's going to be, let's see how long it is right now. Because it's only the beginning, so I don't actually know how long it is. I think it's going to be around 9 minutes, give or take. It's not very long. I tried to make it really concise because I think that's the problem with my theory discussion videos is they go on for too long and people don't have that kind of retention. So yeah, I think it'll be good. It's also featuring Maxie's art because I didn't use Facecam. I used the art that Maxie drew of me. So shout out to Maxie. I love you. You're the best. You're amazing. Yeah. Because art she drew of me is so good. And I'll probably end up using this style of editing for most of my theory videos from now on, just because in this editing process, I have noticed it is easier to edit if I don't have Facecam, because I don't have to worry about matching my lip movement to the sound. If I just do art of me, all I have to do is change the image to the way I'm feeling as I talk. So yeah, that'd be good. Ella, that sounds like me, except for I harass CJ with it. I harass CJ with my theories. But anyway, I keep looking at my screen or whatever. Maxie just sent me that art, I know, and oh my god, holy crap, he is beautiful. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. I love him. Oh my god, I'm gonna look at it again. Were you not gonna keep the snake theme thing with him? Because I mean, you could still have like a snake be evil. Oh my lord, leave me alone, people. I keep getting phone calls because I put my phone number on this thing from like a moving company because I wanted to see the quote, and like now like I've gotten, I don't know, 7 or 8 solicited phone calls this morning. I've had to block like every number that has tried to call me. It's really annoying. Oh, I just didn't see it on his face, Maxie. I didn't notice, but I'm also looking at it from really far away, so I apologize. Lynn asks, which one of my theories is my favorite? Oh gosh. I don't really know. I don't really pick favorites on my theories. I mean, I like them all because they're ideas that I think I would like. I really like this Roman Remus theory. I really think that it'll be interesting to explore even deeper as we get more episodes with Remus in it. A lot of my evidence comes from dealing with intrusive thoughts and the logic behind how Remus was created. A lot of it stems from that. So if you read into what is said by Logan, and you read into the fact that I'm not the hugest fan of the fact that Roman and Remus are actually siblings, then my theory will make a little bit more sense. My theory also kind of delves into a separate idea from a game that kind of has a similar theme to what my idea is based on, so there's that too. But that's all I'm going to say about it, because I don't want to give too much away. I've also considered going back and making like actual more thumbnails for some of my older reacts, because they don't have like real thumbnails Just the two recent ones do, like dealing with intrusive thoughts and are there healthy distractions, the Sanders Asides episode. Those are the only ones that have actual thumbnails. Oh shit, I clicked on one of my videos. See, it's so crazy to look at this one here. The first ever react I did. You can tell the difference in my light and like my camera and everything. It's crazy to watch myself because this was during my hyperfixation, so you can kind of tell I'm freaking out and really like heavily breathing and stuff like that because I was obsessed with this at the time. You can just tell I was just like a different person, even though this was only like 2 years ago, maybe. It's not even like a full 2 years, not even a full 3 years actually. It's over 2 years. But this is October 27th, 2017, so it's been over 2 years at this point. And the thing is like, I guess a lot of people don't mind me being the way I am in this video, really excited and stuff, because it has 520 likes and only 2 dislikes. So that's actually pretty good. I need to update my like all the descriptions of my videos, because I haven't really just haven't really done it yet. But, and I know a lot of people were asking about my jacket in the comments. So many people asked about my jacket. I wish I had answered back then. A lot of people. Sorry that I'm not talking. I'm reading a lot of other comments on this video. It's been a long time since I read these comments. There's a lot of comments on the first one. A lot of people asked me, did I react to part 1? No, I didn't. I did not react to part 1. Because I wasn't reacting back then. I had the idea to react. I did actually. Lost in the archives of my computer is a reaction to part 1. I recorded it on my computer with the webcam on my computer, and it was not good. It was terrible. It was not timed correctly. The video was very off. It just, in the lighting was terrible. So somewhere in the depths of my computer, there is a react to part 1 of Moving On, but I think I deleted it maybe. Or if it's there, it's like really buried deep into my computer. Also, look at my hair. It's so short. My hair is like right there at my neck. I don't even remember it being that short. It's like right here. Ugh. Let's see. I'm talking and not reading these comments. I apologize, guys. Let's see here. Jihara's Wings asks, when do you think the next Sanders Asides video will come out? Before the end of this month, I think. I think it'll come out before the end of this month. Emo. Oh, you want to make me fan art, Emo? You don't have to do that. It's okay. Don't worry. Are there any video concepts you want Thomas to explore in TSS? Lynn asked this. I would like for him to talk about depression. I know it's a difficult, heavy subject, but he has such a young audience that I think it would be very, very beneficial to discuss depression and what it can do to a person in terms of their like reactions to things. Like, I think it would be good to talk about depression and normalize the idea that everybody might have a little bit of depression, but it's how you interpret the situation and how you go about treating that depression. I think it would be really beneficial. My reactions in this are so, like, they seem over the top, but I think it's because it's my hyperfixation that made them over the top. But that video did well, and I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you guys right now if that video hadn't done well. So, let's see. Let's see. Nemo asked, I don't know if you've already talked about it on any live, but what do you think about the theory of the orange side? I agree with the theory of the orange side. I do think the next side's color will be orange, mostly just because of the fact Remus's color was green, and that was one of the two options we had left for rainbow theory, color theory to be true. So I do think that the next side will be orange, and I think it will be anger/rage. I don't know. I have a little bit of proof on that, but I want to wait. If I do make a theory video on the orange side/anger side, I want to see the next episode of the Sander sides first, and then I will make a discussion video on that theory. I get the feeling we might get some more proof. Excuse me. Might get some more proof. It's possible. Yeah, LA, Remy is not a side. Oh, speaking of Remy and the Sanders shorts, I want to talk about that in a minute. I'm gonna look through the rest of the comments. Let's see. Do you and Max? Yes. Do you think the selfie Thomas posted on Pat's B Day was from when they were filming? He was already wearing the costume. It's possible. But then again, Patton's costume is literally a shirt, the cat onesie, and glasses. He could literally throw that on in 5 seconds. So I don't think so. So I don't know. And yeah, they would be a pride flag, and that's the whole point. I think the rainbow theory is the fact that Thomas is gay. So, so you would be able to stand them all and make a rainbow gay pride flag because Thomas is gay. So, but no, what I was saying about the Sanders shorts. Okay, so yesterday on Twitter and Instagram and Tumblr and all the other social media platforms that Thomas uses, he posted a short that had the prince and anxiety in it. And a lot of people in the comments want to treat them like Roman and Virgil because that's who they look like. But that's not who they are. The Thomas and Joan and a lot of Thomas's friends that work with him have said that the characters are not the same. The shorts characters are not the same as the sides. And the reason being is the fact that the sides are Thomas's versions of those things, whereas the shorts are supposed to be just the representation of that thing in everyone. They're not specifically Thomas's anxiety or Thomas's creativity or his logic or anything. They're just the embodiment whole of that part of a person. So I thought it might be interesting to do a video on the difference. Maybe that might be something I do. I don't know. But I thought it would be unique to go through the shorts and explain why they're not sides and the difference between the two and like compare and contrast the characters. Because you can tell in the shorts that Thomas has a very different relationship with them in the way that Thomas does with the sides. It's like my brother, I was explaining it to him yesterday, and he kind of said it was like an alternate universe kind of thing. And I'm like, yeah, it is. It definitely kind of has that AU theme of sorts where like this is what it would be like if Thomas hadn't made the Sanders sides. This would be the only characters that we have. He also made a joke at Thomas's expense about the fact that, Thomas really is a Kingdom Hearts fan because he has two characters that look identical and yet they have different names and different like things, but they look exactly the same. So that's funny. But yeah, so I thought that might be interesting to do, to make a video about that, just to help people understand that the sides characters are not the shorts characters and vice versa. And also that the characters that show up in the shorts are not sides. That we're not ever going to have a side. Remy's never going to be in a Sanders sides episode because that's not what he is. He's the embodiment of sleep. And the shorts are not sides of a person. They're literally the embodiment of that thing within somebody, which is why you can have an embodiment of sleep, or you can have the embodiment of anxiety, because it's not that person's personality trait, it's a part of that person. So it's a little different. And I think a lot of people don't understand, because the amount of comments underneath that video on Twitter that were all like, oh my god, it's Virgil and Roman, and this makes stuff canon about their relationship, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, it doesn't, because it's not Virgil and Roman, it's the prince and anxiety. It's not even, you can't even say Princey because they never call him that in the shorts. Princey is a nickname Virgil gave Roman in the Sandra side, so you can't even say that either. Like, it's the prince, it's teacher, dad, the prince, and anxiety. They're not the same characters, which I know is really weird, but like, it's okay for it to be weird. I don't know. People are just really silly sometimes. I don't know why they don't comprehend that Thomas has come out and said that they're two different characters for literal years now. It's like, come on. Yeah, and he wears the old outfits, and it's been a while since he's made a video about them wearing the old costumes. So I think that's pretty cool. I also think it's important to note that people want to sit there and say that like, you know, they're the sides or whatever. Funny thing is there's actually a third version of these characters, and the third version is in the musical that Thomas wrote back in 2016, which was Ultimate Storytime. So, you know, Ultimate Storytime, the teacher, the dad, and the prince are in that too. So, like, that's like another third alternate universe of these characters that doesn't apply to the shorts or the sides. So, you know, Thomas is like got it in the bag in terms of like having the same characters, but having 3 different versions of them. So it's actually kind of funny. But yeah, so I think that making that kind of video for new Sandersides fans would be a good thing to do, so people don't consistently always freak out. Okay. But we shall see if that's something I want to do. I also was not a fan of Thomas in 2016. I did not know about Ultimate Storytime until after it ended. But Thomas has said on multiple occasions that he would like to bring back Ultimate Storytime and run it on tour again. The only problem is a lot of his friends that were involved in the musical have their own lives, and they're not as free as they were back then. So I think that is a lot of the problem, is that Thomas would have to he would have to re-audition people and hire new people to play the characters, because he wouldn't be able to have all the friends that were in the original musical. I'm trying to remember all the friends. I know Leo was in it, and I know Terrence was in it. I think Valerie was in it, maybe. I don't remember. And then there were 2 other friends that I don't think are involved with his videos anymore that were in it as well. And for those of you talking about how like you were a late fander or you just recently joined, you're still a fander no matter what. This isn't a competition. So like, yeah, you may not know about this thing that he did, but now it's time for you to look it up. I mean, I think the Ultimate Storytime soundtrack is on Spotify. And welcome to the fandom, you know? Like, this is, you know, a really welcoming place, and we want everybody to have lots of fun here, and it's a great community. Just keep an open mind to theories, because they run rampant in this fandom, and just, you know, we talk about some pretty heavy topics, some pretty light and happy topics, and it's an interesting place to be, you know? So don't let, you know, the fact that you're new, you know, keep you from getting involved in the fandom, because I think that's a not fair option to you. And we actually have quite a lot of fun in this fandom. Yeah, Jay and Nicole, those are the other 2, Sydney. Thank you. Yeah, Jay is Joe. I forgot Jay is Joe was in it. Yeah. And something else while we're talking about fandom, I think, who said it just now in the chat, you know, the most welcoming fandom in the world. That's fine and dandy to say, and I do agree with that statement, somewhat, but at the same time, we also can't have an overall hierarchy sense of purity like that. It's important to remember that we are all human, and we all have our own flaws, and to say that we are a perfect fandom is false. You can't sit there and assume that we are not going to have any issues at all, and that we're going to be this pure fandom, because there is another video I want to make that literally, I sit there and talk about the toxicity of this fandom and the fact that we are obsessed with the idea that we are a pure fandom, and we're not. And no fandom is pure, and no fandom will ever be 100% perfect because of the fact that we're all human and none of us are perfect. Thomas is not perfect. He's a human like the rest of us. We all have our mistakes and our issues. And the fact that a lot of people want to sit there and say that we are perfect can harm the idea of the topics discussed in the series. Um, and Pie, that's a funny joke, but at the same time, it's true. We all do have our dark sides, and by Thomas discussing these dark things that are in his series, whether it be lying or a dark creativity, evil thoughts, intrusive thoughts, anything else that they decide they want to talk about that might be considered bad or evil, it's important to note that these things are a part of everybody and you can't just ignore it. You can't just pretend it doesn't exist, because it does. And pretending that it doesn't exist, it's you can't it's fine that we have a very welcoming, warm community for people. I'm not saying that we can't have that, because we do. But there is a side of this community that is just willing to alienate anybody for one drop of a mistake, and you can't have that. It's not healthy. It's not something you should do. Because, like, for those of you who were in the fandom when Deceit showed up, he was a very big, divisive, and hated icon of the community at the very beginning. A lot of people did not like him. They immediately started trigger warnings and blocking his tag, and you had to tag his name on everything, because people were having really negative and immediate, like, horrible thoughts. Everybody made him an abusive asshole in fanfiction and made him like this overall arcing evil bad character, which Deceit is not in canon. Like, yeah, he does lie and he manipulates a little bit, but that's his character. It's not technically evil in the sense of the way he was being written, and it was really disgusting to watch. It was disgusting to have to be in the fandom around that time. I did not like being in the fandom then, because everybody wanted to just put all of their evil ideas and their abusive, toxic ideas onto this character, because we hadn't really had an evil character. Like, when Deceit first showed up, he was the first thing we had to a bad guy, because Virgil was always kind of shown in a good light, where, like, Patton made excuses for him and he kind of butted heads in like a sibling way with Roman. So, like, you never really thought of him as an evil entity, but then you recognize Deceit, and he shows up, hiding as Patton, and it took everybody by surprise, and everybody just hated him at first. Like, yeah, you had his defenders and his sympathizers, but those people were hated. They were called terrible things by anonymous asks on Tumblr, and it was terrible. It was not good. And that right there is a big reason why we can't have this pure idea when we have new people come into the fandom. It's important to make sure that you all know our history, that you know that we are not a perfect, pure fandom with no issues whatsoever. And luckily, Remus, because he was the second one, since he was the second dark side to show up, he didn't get it as bad, because a lot of us older fanders, like older as in not long with the fandom, but older as in my age, like those of us that are adults, came in and said, we're not doing this again. We're not having a repeat of all the discourse that went down with Deceit. We're going to tag Remus and we're going to move on, and he's just going to be another character again. And then, of course, what Emo said happened too with Rimrom, and the fact that people immediately jumped on the fact that Remus and Roman, because they were both creativity, were actually siblings, and people started completely attacking people who ship Rimrom. That's disgusting and it's gross. And I'm talking about the treatment of those shippers, not the ship itself. The ship itself is fine. They're fictional characters who aren't technically brothers at all, because if they're brothers, then all of them are, and it's all incest. It's all self-cest. So grow up and find a real problem to have with the series, not this unfaulted character that is or is not a sibling. it doesn't matter. And the amount of attacks that were given to these people who ship this ship, all of us ship everything in the series, and we all ship a person with himself. So it's so, they're not actually siblings, and it's so stupid to harm an actual human person with your nasty dirty words because they like something that you don't. It's unhealthy and it's stupid. There are more important things in this world to be upset about, and to focus all of your hatred on these people that are trying to make their own community in the pocket of Tumblr, and yet are still consistently being attacked by people who seek them out and talk and yell at them about it. Like, it would be different if they were literally going into the Roman and Remus discourse, and into the Roman and Remus tags, I mean, and literally making it public that they really like this ship, even though people have asked them not to, when that wasn't even really what they were doing. They were trying to make their own community, making their own tags, making their own group, making their own Tumblr pages, even going as far as to make their own events so they could participate, because for some reason, if you make an event that involves all ships, it doesn't include Rimrum, which I think it should, but that's to each their own. If you run the event and you don't want to have it, that's fine, whatever. But it's not fair to attack someone based on something that they like. We should never have gotten that far in this fandom, because it's a fandom about a series on YouTube. It's not that serious. It's just not that serious. There are so many more real world things that could use your anger, that you just need to take a chill pill and calm down about it. It's not worth all of this strife brought into this fandom that is mostly made of younger teenagers. Like, if you want to tell teenagers that yes, you shouldn't ship this because it's incest, let them make that decision on their own. They're not children. They can figure it out on their own, because number one, yes, in the episode, Logan and Thomas refer to Remus as Roman's brother, but Roman never actually says that. He does say yeah, and he kind of agrees with Thomas, but at the same time, he changes it. He immediately goes, it's a little like looking in a funhouse mirror, but everything you look at is what you don't like. My theory, and I'm going to spoil my own video here for a minute because I think this is important. My theory discusses the fact that Roman and Remus are the same person. They're not technically two different sides. It's almost as if someone was looking at Roman, and as all this bad thoughts got negated by Thomas over time, they formed into this other side. They came out of Roman and formed Remus. Remus is not separate from Roman, and I won't go that much more into it because I do want you guys to watch my video and be entertained by it. But pretty much the idea is that Roman and Remus are no more related than Roman is with the rest of them. They're all a part of Thomas, and saying that you can't ship them because they're brothers or they look alike is stupid. It's dumb. They're not brothers. If they were brothers, then the rest of them are brothers. It's not, they can be twins in terms of like they're both creativity, but it's not twins in the sense that they are actually biologically related, because they're not even human. Logan has said that multiple times, that they can look like humans and act like humans, but they're not actually human. So it's not incest, because the definition of incest is having relations with a biological relative. They are not biological relatives. They don't have mothers. They don't have fathers. They are literally not even humans. They're sentient forms of what looks like a human. The amount of hatred into people who ship this ship is ridiculous, because, to be honest with you, Muxiety is even worse. If you ship Virgil and Patton, you're literally shipping the idea of a father and son, because of how much Patton refers to Virgil as his child and how happy he is to see him and all the time. I ship Muxiety, and I know that a lot of the relationship within the canon version of the series is based on their brotherly, their familiar, blah, 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 I can't talk, their familial relationship in terms of a father and a son. And yet when it comes to shipping them otherwise, sometimes, I explore it in canon, and I talk about how maybe Patton is misstruing those feelings for a child for actually being in love with Virgil instead. Maybe that's what it is. Or it's an AU, where the relationship is completely, it doesn't even have to be brothers. I really want to write a story where Roman and Remus aren't siblings, because I feel like a lot of people just immediately jump to the fact that those two cannot have any other kind of relationship other than being siblings. And I just don't think that's fair. I think they deserve to have just as much exploration in fan fiction as all the other sides do. Maybe Remus is someone else's brother. Maybe he's Patton's brother. Maybe he's Logan's brother. You know, I don't think we have to tie it down to one thing. I think it's really dumb to do that. And I do enjoy them having as siblings. I think it's fun to have them. I have two fics that, if I ever finish writing them, have them as brothers in it. I do. And I think their dynamic is very interesting because they are so much alike. But at the same time, it doesn't have to be that way. And I think people forcing it to be that way is really stupid. You don't have to do that. And Evelyn, you're right. Like, more like a doppelganger when it comes to all of them. And like, if you make two of them brothers, then they're all brothers because they're all within Thomas. And making this one exception of the idea is just the dumbest thing you could do. Like, yeah, fine, everybody can have their own opinion, it's fine, but you don't have to sit there and reach out and attack these people for their opinion. Let them do what they're doing, and don't use that stupid excuse I see so many people using that are like, oh well, I don't, that means if they like incest in fiction, that means they like it in real life. Oh, so you're telling me because Stephen King likes writing about murder, that means he's a murderer? That makes no sense, and that's not how you explore fiction. That's not it, your argument is stupid, because that means no fiction that has to do, like, that means if somebody writes a fiction and they write about a character being raped, that means they want to rape somebody in real life. No, they don't. It's called creativity and imagination for a reason. You're not literally believing in that because you write about it. That's like saying that somebody who writes about a fictional world that kind of resembles Nazi Germany believes that Nazi Germany, that they believe that was a good thing. That they want to believe that was a good thing because they wrote something similar to it in their story. No, it doesn't. That doesn't mean that's what they believe in. How a person acts in real life is how they genuinely feel. And to be honest with you, when it comes to incest in real life, as long as it's two consenting adults, why does it matter? Like, I don't even care that there are people in real life that have incestual relationships. As long as it's between two consenting adults and it doesn't hurt anybody else, why is it my problem that it happens at all? And people will say, well, Roman and Remus aren't consenting adults. By your logic, they are, because we know that they're the same as Thomas, and Thomas is an adult. So does it really make a difference? No. And then, like, people want to sit there and be like, well, what about, like, people who ship Dipper and Mabel from Gravity Falls? That doesn't match because they're not consenting adults. They're not adults. They're children. And it's clear that they're children in the story. So your argument is invalid because I said incest between two consenting adults. So don't read into what I'm saying and translate that. It is none of my business. What someone does with someone else and they are two consenting adults is none of my business, and it shouldn't be yours either. End of story. And I talked 20 minutes about this because this really makes me mad. Like, and that's the other thing. Like Maxie brought it up here, and it happens a lot in Japanese stuff, especially in anime. You'll see the plot idea of incestual dangerousness of, like, two families coming together and they get married, and it turns out that the siblings of the dad and the mom, the separate families, they were already in love with each other, but now they're brothers. Now they're brother and sister, and it's like, by marriage only. Like, it really depends on the compellingness of the story being written. So, if they didn't know, I think there's a good, okay, so I know there's an anime, a really trashy anime recently called Domestic Girlfriend. Giga, a AniTuber on YouTube, did a really good video on Domestic Girlfriend and how, yeah, the anime is hot trash because it's all about then sexy times, but the manga is actually really well written. Because the manga talks about how you have the son of one side of the family and you have the two daughters on the other side of the family, and how he was in love with both of them, but then their parents got married, and it's all about the idea of this dangerous kind of relationship, but the manga apparently takes it in a better direction and kind of talks about how like none of them will be really happy and things like that. So I think I think that like the idea of this taboo relationship problem that a lot of stories want to have, where a boy and a girl or whatever gender love each other and then their parents get married and all of a sudden it's a really bad idea that they love each other. I disagree, because there's really no reason to say that that's a bad thing, because you're still not related. Related by marriage is not related by blood, and I think it's stupid. I just think it's being blown way out of proportion over things that people just don't understand. And I'm tired of talking because I have no water and my mouth hurts. Um, but yeah, so there's my anger of that's my anger of the Remrom discourse in our fandom, because it shouldn't have even existed to begin with. And my lips really hurt because they're chapped. So you do see Dot. She's right there. The other cat you can't see is Callie. Callie is here as well. She's right there. They are both here today. Virgil is hanging out with CJ in the other room. I'll probably be live streaming for another 15-20 minutes, give or take. But yeah, I'll bring Callie over. She's still a small baby. Come here, Callie. The people want to see you. Come here, Callie. Oh, sleepy baby. Oh, sleepy baby. Oh, sleepy. Oh, sleepy baby. Lola is with CJ. All right. Charlie needs to stretch. You want to stretch? Oh, what a big stretch you get. Oh, what a good girl. What a good girl. So here's Callie, guys. He's a Callie girl. She's sleepy baby. Yeah, the Callie. Hi, everybody. My name's Callie. I also have, for those of you who might be new, I also have a cat named Virgil. He is a black cat. He is Callie's brother. And he is with CJ in the other room right now. And I'm not going to pick up Dot because she'll get mad. So, Dot wants to come over here and say hi. She'll come over here and say hi, but I'm not going to pick her up because she gets mad. Oh, yeah, Mandy, you weren't here at the beginning. I showed off my shirt at the beginning. Oh, and you're allergic to cats. I feel so sorry for you. Cats are, like, my favorite animal. They're my bread and butter. If I had the time in my life to foster cats, I totally would. If I didn't, like if I win the lottery or something. Kelly, did you drool on me? You drooled on me. Yeah, you drooled on me. That's gross. If I could foster animals, like if I won the lottery or something, I would definitely foster cats. I would have so many in my home, and we would raise them and then get them adopted. And that's the thing, like me too, Ella. If I was allergic to cats, I would definitely like take medicine and like make sure I could have my cats. I love cats. I was raised around cats. Like when I was a baby, my mom had cats. And then when I got to be 7 years old, I had a cat until I was 14, and he passed away. And then after that, after 14, we got a cat for 2 weeks, and unfortunately she was really sick and we couldn't help her, so we had to give her back to the shelter. And then shortly after that, I got Dot. And Dot has been here ever since. I was 17 when I got Dot, so that tells you how old she is, considering I am 29 now. And then, of course, these two, Callie and Virgil, came into our lives in May of last year. We weren't initially going to keep them, but Dot is a teenager. Like cat years, she's like 70. It's no wonder she's so grumpy. Because cat years you have to do times 7. So she's even older than that, because she'll be 13 this year. So whatever 7 times 13 is. She's an old girl. But she's completely healthy, so I get the feeling she's going to live a very long life. Longer than most cats. Yeah, Callie and Virgil they're preteens right now because they're not even a year old yet. So they're not teenagers yet. They won't hit teenage years until they're 2 years old. Oh, DR, it's 104. Man, no wonder Dot bitches all the time. She's old. She's an old girl, old baby. Oh man. Well, they say cats age that to figure out your cat's age, you multiply it by 7, or at least I thought they did. I don't know. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. How old is my cat in human years? Let's see. There's no reliable way, but we'll figure it out. Let's see. What do these pictures say? Let's look at this picture here. So this picture says, okay, it's not that old. So it says senior is 11 to 14 years, so 60 to 72 years. So that's, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's what I was reading. So this other video here says, so if Dot lives to 15 years, God bless, she'll be in her mid-70s. So she is a grandma cat. She is a grandma. So she's definitely she's definitely like a sister to the siblings, but she's more like you can see here, so human years, let's see. So the kittens are teenagers, because this one here, this is human to cat years, and the kittens are about 10 months old. So they're about 13 years old right now in human years. So they are teenagers. But they're really good teenagers, let's say it like that, because they are very good. So at 2.5 years old, the kittens will be adults because they'll be 21 years old. These are interesting picture things because they're all a little different. But that's cool. Yeah, this one here, it says, man, this is old. So Dot is 64 by this one, because she's 12 right now. So she's 64. That is crazy. She's like a mama, but she didn't really treat them like one. She treats them more like she's like an aunt, because oh, bye, Lynn, see you later, have a good day, I love you too. She's more like an aunt because she plays with them and stuff. Like I have a couple videos of Dot playing with Virgil, like tussling and rolling around and stuff. There's no hissing, there's no anger, anything like that, but she does like play with him really heavily, so that's actually kind of cool. Yeah, so Dot is considered a senior right now. Oh, these are older videos, Maxie. They're ones on my phone that are way too long for me to even remotely try to send to you, because it's like in the middle of it happening. Dot could live for a while. You'll see when I make videos, Maxie. Calm down. I'm gonna make videos of the kittens, so it's fine. It'd be cool if Dot could live and be like, could be like long, could be like one of the longest living cats in the world. That'd be cool. Dot could be special. But apparently this right here, it says the first 2 years of a cat equals 25 human years, and every year after that equals 4 human years. So by the time the cats are 2 years old, they'll have lived almost as long as I have. Oh, Emo, I did sell my merch. The only things I have left that I want to sell is I have one more Roman patch. that I want to sell because I sold one. And I have a Virgil t-shirt. I can show you guys. I had to get over the mess of my room. Let's see. Rock. Oh. I'm going to trip over my own feet. My own clown feet. And this shirt. Right here. This one. This one. So if you're interested in this stuff, you can contact me on social media, my Twitter or my Tumblr or my Instagram. This shirt is $25 plus shipping. It has only been worn like twice because it's too small for me. I didn't get the right size. And then if shipping in the local US of A should only be about $5 to $6. International, I'd have to look it up. The Roman patch is $8 plus shipping. The shipping should only be about $2 or $3 on that. So if you're interested, this could be yours. It is a large, and it fits me kind of like this shirt does, but even tighter. So I'm also well endowed as a human, so my boobs are pretty big. So that's why this shirt doesn't fit me, because this is a male shirt, so the top is kind of smaller. So I would probably need to get the next size up. But they don't sell this shirt anymore. So this shirt is exclusive. Thomas does not make this shirt anymore. He does not sell it in his store. So you are getting an exclusive Virgil item that does not exist. I don't know if he'll ever bring it back either, because he keeps saying he's going to bring back the old sweaters, and he hasn't done that either. So this is an exclusive Virgil shirt, and it could be yours for the low, low price of $25. You should buy it from me because it's exclusive. And you want it because it's Virgil. I'll stop with my sales pitch. I just need the money. And then the Roman patch is great because it's his actual patch. It's an iron-on, though it didn't really work when my parents and I tried to do it with Virgil's version. So we sewed it on to my Virgil jacket. But it's great. It's the actual size. It's the actual one that Thomas uses on Roman's actual outfit. So it's great for cosplay, which is why I have 3 of them. I have these 2 for my costume whenever I freaking make one, because I am going to make Roman's outfit. But you can have a Roman patch. Now, you do need 2 of them. So you would get one from me, and then you can, buy one from Thomas's store. My price is the same as Thomas's store because these are in mint condition. I haven't done anything to them. They've been in this drawer on my desk. Yeah. And then I have, I'm not selling this, I don't think I'm going to sell it. I don't know yet. But I have Virgil's necklace, and I haven't really worn it because it's too small for me. This rope, the chain that it came with, I think it's too small. I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, no, it's not. Fantastic. Never mind. It's not too small. There we go. I'll just keep it on. It's fine. I thought it was too small, but I guess it's not. Sweet, I'll wear it. We'll see if I break out to the chain, whatever it's made of. That's one of the reasons why I keep necklaces like this, but I don't really wear them too often because of the fact that I usually have really bad allergic reactions to jewelry. I also wish it was a little bit bigger. It's really small. I wish it was like this big, maybe like double its length and size. It's really hard to it's not super detailed like it is, but it's not, Oh, I unplugged my phone. Stay plugged in, stupid thing. Okay. Anyway, we're almost at the end, guys. Does anybody have any last minute questions that you would like to ask or things you want us to discuss? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Yeah. I'm gonna write this down. Virgil t-shirt 25 plus ship. Oh, Nana, you're adorable. Thank you. So are you. Roman patch $8 plus ship. I want to try my fuzzy socks, but I haven't opened them yet. Let's open them. And try not to cut the actual sock itself. I'm going to rip these socks before I get to even try them on. I don't want to cut them. Am I going to cut them by accident if I do this? I don't think so. I mean, we know that the dark sides all just pop in. Apparently Joan knows about our theory about the orange side too. They mentioned it in one of Thomas's Instagram stories. He does. Apparently everybody reads our Tumblr posts. But yeah, apparently Joan knows about the fact that we think it's going to be an orange side. They didn't confirm and or deny, so that's interesting to note. But then again, I mean, I feel like it's undeniable at this point that it's going to be an orange side. I feel like there's no way we can get around that. I just don't see how it would make sense if it wasn't orange. Let's see. You think there's any possible way that I could crochet a Virgil Christmas sweater? I mean, I don't see why not. Crocheting is interesting. I don't know how to do it, but I think it would be cool. Look at my socks, the fuzzy socks. Emo will gonna start making fan art. Oh, okay, sure, you can tag me. Thank you, Emo. You don't have to. Take your time. No rush. All that junk. No need to rush on my account. Yeah, and the shirt with the flowers does confirm it, considering it was a rainbow. Like that pretty much does confirm the fact that rainbow theory is true. They're gonna pop. I mean, I think the anger side, like if they show up anywhere, it's gonna be probably next to Logan. I know Deceit has popped up there too, but I think the anger one is gonna be more connected to Logan. He seems to be the one that has the most anger in the series. Out of all the characters, he's the one that gets the most frustrated, the most angry as fast. So that's why I think it will have to do with Logan. Hi Defo Days. We're actually about to end Defo Days. You're a little late. I'm actually about to leave. But yeah. I think that technically Virgil doesn't count as a dark side anymore, and I don't think he ever was. I think it was more like the emo thing. He was misunderstood. He was never actually a dark side to begin with. He was just a neutral side that was convinced he was evil because of Thomas's issues with black and white evil stuff. I don't think Virgil was ever intended on being a dark side. He just was because of Thomas's way of interpreting good and bad. So that's my theory. My Sandra side's theory. Thanks for watching. The kitties are living the life. They're just asleep over there. They're just asleep. Just hanging out. Asleep. And that's film theory. What's that sound? What sound? There's no sound. Unless you can hear CJ's TV. I mean, I have a pen. I'm clicking it. I keep clicking it because that's what I mean, there's this. I don't know if you hear this, but I turned the camera and it's sitting on a thing. I don't know. Excuse me. Anyway. Let's see. Nana asked what I think of Matt Pat's haircut. I think it was funny that he went bald. He actually looks pretty good bald. Oh. No, there's no cars. It was completely silent when you said there was a sound, Maxie. I have no idea. Well, he's not bald anymore, no, but he did bald pretty well. Mandy, if you watch any of Matt's recent videos from the beginning of the year to now, he did a charity live stream on December 13th, and they said if they got to a certain amount of money that he would shave his head and go completely bald. And then the other extended milestone was that he wouldn't be allowed to shave, so he would have to grow a beard. So at the very end of the year, he shaved his entire head on a live stream, and then he's growing out a beard now. But he's gotten a lot of his hair back. His hair grows really fast. I mean, it's only been a month, and he is definitely not bald anymore. Oh, hey, Anna Marie, we're actually about to leave. About to get out of here. Get the snickety snack out. Is there a new FNAF game coming out soon? I think so. I don't know. I don't keep too much of that up, really. My hair is the same. It's still way too long. Look at all that hair. Look at all this hair. I don't know what to do with it. I grabbed my necklace. How many FNAF games are there? 1, 2, 3. My fingers hurt. 1, 2, 3, and 4, the numbered games. Then there's Sister Location, Ultimate, or oh my god, Pizzeria Simulator, Ultimate Custom Night, the AR game for phones, and the VR game. So there's 9. There's 9 games, like 9 actual games. There's 9 FNAF games, unless I missed one. I hate when parents, like, force children to get their hair cut in a specific way. Like, hair is, like, one of the one things you can control that will grow back out if you don't like it. Like, come on, that's so stupid. The Joy of Creation's a FNAF fan game, isn't it? I have not, I don't think. The only FNAF games that, like, FNAF fan games that I've seen is the One Night at Flumpty's, Five Nights at Candy's, what was the other ones? The FNAF simulator where you can play as the animatronics. I think those are the only ones I've seen. But yeah, FNAF is old. FNAF came out in 2015, guys. That tells you that time is a paradox and that time is irrelevant and nothing matters, because FNAF is over 5 years old at this point. Like, what the fuck? Actually, it came out in 2014, didn't it? Shit, if I remember. My lips hurt today. Yeah, school's not allowing a natural hair color is dumb. That's stupid. Like, what really is natural hair color going to do? It's the same problem schools have with their dumb, stupid, irrelevant dress code bullshit about how girls can't show their shoulders because, God forbid, a dude may look at them and think they're cute all because they can see their shoulders. Like, what's so stupid? Colored hair ain't going to do shitty anything. Oh, bye, Jihara Swing. See you later. Yeah, I feel ya, Bara, because my hair is very boring, flat, and dark brown. Ta-da! That's my hair. See, it's so boring and gross, and it needs to be washed. But I'm lazy. I'm lazy. I have colored my hair, though. FNAF came out the year your brother was born, huh? That means he's 6 years old this year. Holy crap. That's so dumb. School dress codes are like the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. They make no sense, and all they're there for is to have rules so people don't come to school buck naked. But like they want to make all these dumb rules about girls having to cover up so they don't sexually arouse the boys, and yet boys can go without their shirt. And I'm just like, sexism much? Like, what the hell? Well, happy birthday to your brother, Ella. Happy birthday. My birthday's not until May. I have a long time before my birthday. Why is my stupid thing? This stupid cord I have my phone plugged into so it doesn't die while I do this keeps just sliding out. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna get out of here. I need to get some lunch, and I am gonna work on the Roman Remus theory all afternoon because I have nothing else planned to do. And hopefully I'm going to get it done. And then hopefully you guys will see it sometime this next week. I'm going to say hopefully, and I'm not going to promise anything anymore because I am like Thomas and I can't keep my promises because reasons. School rules are stupid. But I'm going to go eat something, guys. I love y'all so much. Don't forget that I'm probably not going to be doing the vlogs on a daily basis anymore unless I have something that I really want to talk about. So they're going to be a little bit more sporadic, but they will still be Monday through Friday. If I'm going to post them, a Roman Remus theory should be up sometime this week, hopefully, crossing my fingers. And I'm going to be working on the deceit theory I mentioned last live stream. So if you weren't here for that, you can check out that live stream. I kind of talk about it for a little bit. And then maybe some kitty videos on the side here and there, but we will see. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. And I'll do my outro here like I do on the vlogs. So take it easy, guys, gals, non-binary pals, everything between or nothing at all. And I'll see you later. Oh, bye-bye.